And welcome to another edition of Thoughts at the Round Table with me, Matt Rebar.
And me, Paul Laux.
And we are slowly running into 2021. We are in April now. Can you believe it?
I was just thinking about that the other day, because, you know, it was funny. Earlier this afternoon, I was at the store with my wife, and I don't know what made me think of this, but I was just like, man, it's almost Valentine's Day. I don't know why that thought came across my head. And
You're
it's
2
April.
months too late. So if you didn't do anything for Valentine's Day for Katie, you better do something now.
Just FYI, I'm the worst gift giver on the face of the planet. Literally, there's no one worse than me.
I'm either really good or really bad. It's kind of funny. I feel like I'm not a huge birthday person, so like I'm not really good at like birthdays. But like I don't know. I feel like Christmas. I got some stuff, up my sleeves. So
you know what's funny is I'm not a birthday person. I mean, I like celebrating. I'm not like a grouch or anything. Mm-hmm. But I'll just usually go out to dinner, a couple gifts or something. That's just kind of what my family's done over the years. Mm-hmm. And we're also really practical gift people. Mm-hmm. But Katie and her family are not that way at all. Like birthdays are a thing. Like everyone gets together. There's like cake and a party and like tons of stuff. And so Katie never really understood why like my family just isn't birthday people. Mm-hmm. And she goes,
I remember,
like, it's your birthday. Why do you celebrate birthdays? I'm like, I don't know. We just never have.
Yeah. I remember growing up, and I had a few birthday parties when I was younger, but yeah, it just wasn't a thing for me. And in college and now in the real world, like I work on my birthday. I don't really like get to do too much on my birthday. I mean, I get to celebrate in ways, sure, but yeah, I'm not.
I'm the same thing. Do you feel bad about that, or do you like the one thing I like to do on my birthday is a DQ ice cream cake?
Oh, well, and that's good. I feel like, you have a little treat. You treat yourself a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think for me, I don't know, like, just because, like, I slid out of my mother, I don't know if that's, like, a day that, like...
What a weird way to say that.
But, like, it's true. I mean, I don't know. For me, it's just not a day that, like, I am like, oh, can't wait. Like, this needs to be celebrated. I don't know.
Like, I like to celebrate it a little bit. Like, I feel like you're being a little bit of a curmudgeon about it. A little bit.
Here's the thing. I'm not a curmudgeon. If other people do stuff for their birthday, I'm all about it. Like, I'm all about celebrating other people. For me, I'm not like, oh, we have to do stuff. We have to do it like this. Like, I'm very, like, whatever. I guess it's just, like, I have bigger fish to fry. I think that's probably what it is.
I'm not going to lie to you. 30 hit me hard this year. It kind of did.
Yeah.
You know what was really weird?
It makes sense. It's a big number.
What really messed me up is I turned 30 and I made a will. And it was, like, all at once. And it was like a really weird thing to like not only turn 30 but then write your will. It was really strange. It's a really strange experience.
I really don't even want to like write a will. I just want to be like, I don't care. Like I'm gonna be
dead. Are you gonna be one of those
care.
People who, when you die, you're gonna demand that everyone gets together in a big room and some guy in like a tuxedo bequeaths things like one by one to people?
Oh yeah. My Nintendo Switch goes to Paul. What else do I have around this house? My Catan board games goes to my friend Sam. My, old computer that I use on my mastering.
You hire someone totally random to act as like a mystery person that you bequeath everything else to.
Oh,
and they just
that would be hilarious. You know what? That would be really funny to like set people up in your will for like shenanigans. And the only disappointment would be like that you're not alive to see it. Because like, wouldn't that just be funny if it's like some rando who are these people at the will meeting?
I saw this person
like
online who
items.
And this is a real thing. They legitimately, if you paid them, they will show up to your funeral, sitting in the back, and just cry. And so everyone will see like you and like have no idea who they are because you're not part of the family or whatever. But it would seem like you have some mystery person in your life who was like really caring about you that no one knows about.
I love that. But again, I wish I was there. Like, gosh, that sucks that you're gonna miss that.
So lots been going on recently. One of the things is
I know, too much.
Well, I want to try something new. I want to get into a little thing. I did this a while ago. I called it Snopes or Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. And what I like to do is I go to the Snopes front page, and if you don't know what Snopes is, it's a fact-checking website, pretty much the gold standard of fact-checking. And so I like to go to there, and I'm gonna give you the top couple stories on here, and you need to tell me if it actually happened or if it was fake. And some of these are pretty. You should
I'm ready.
know some of these because some of them are in pop culture, but we'll see. Okay, the first one Did Ted Nugent ask why there were no lockdowns for COVID 1 through 18?
I'm gonna say yes. That was the thing.
Yes, he did. He actually did ask that. He
I knew
I
it.
believe,
I was like, it's so stupid, but like, oh my gosh, I feel like he would.
yeah, he released a video where whether he actually believes it or not remains to be said or known. But he did say, why were there no lockdowns for COVID 1 through 18? That actually did happen. Which I mean, that tracks. I'm really not surprised about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
People actually do think that means there were 19 strains of COVID. Like, I mean, I guess it made sense when it first came out. Like, you would logically come to that conclusion, but you think you would get it together by now.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay, I'm 1 for 1. Okay, so I got the first one.
Okay.
Hit me.
So Prince Philip died.
Mm-hmm.
And 99. By the way, 2 months away from turning 100. Can you imagine getting that close?
I mean, I can't even imagine going past 90. I feel like that would be like something if I could make it to 90, let alone 99. Jeez.
You know what's pretty messed up is that on Twitter the day he died, the hashtag McDonald's Sprite was trending, and everyone knew what that actually meant because there's like a thing going around that said he could be taken out by a sip of McDonald's Sprite, and so
Jesus.
and so like the day he died, that was trending, and everyone's like, I woke up, saw that trending, and like I didn't even have to read the news, I knew it happened, which is pretty messed up, but it's like we all live one collective hive mind.
I know, okay, and McDonald's is like, is that good promotion or bad promotion?
Yeah, they're probably not too happy about that one.
Okay.
So
Snopes or Nopes? Okay, here we go.
Did Prince Philip ever dress as a palace guard to prank his wife, Queen Elizabeth?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I was like, that feels kind of like cute, little like, that feels obtainable. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
He actually did do that. By the way, he couldn't be king because he married into it, right? He's technically not the bloodline.
I thought she did something that she was like, no, girl, you're not going to be. Let's see, why?
I think it's because he married into it. So he technically is not the bloodline.
No, I don't know if that's it.
It's got to be.
Oh, here we go. Was not granted the title of king because of a rule that states the husband of a ruling queen is called prince consort, just as wives of kings are typically referred to as queen consort. I don't really get that. Do you get that?
Not really. To be honest, the whole thing kind of confuses me, but do they still have a say in politics, do you know? Do they have the say in, like, what goes on? Oh,
interesting. It says, well...
Or are they more
Prince
just a figurehead?
Who's actually a former prince of Denmark and Greece, was never in line to the British throne. So I guess you're right. I guess it has to do with, like, he wasn't married into it.
Have anything like power in the government, or do they just kind of figureheads?
Figureheads at this point.
I think they kind of work hand in hand, though.
I think that the government cares about what the royal family wants, but I don't think the government is bequeathed. You know what I mean?
We've used that word a lot this podcast. Bequeath.
Have we?
Yeah, like I used it when we were talking about the wills, and you just used it now. What I think it is I think Parliament in the UK does obviously the laws and the government, all that. But I think the royal family controls like the social aspect of things. Like they're the ones who set social rules and constructs and things like that. Have you ever seen some of the rules for the Queen? Like,
it's insane.
Ridiculous.
I do wonder. I feel like they're slowly losing their grip. I think, especially with like the Meghan Markle incidents and stuff lately. I think I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of the British public is slowly being like, "Nah, we don't care anymore." I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I've never really looked into it. I know they're obsessed with it. Like Piers Morgan, he went ape, like just crazy.
Yeah.
But
all right, hit me with a Snopes or a Nopes.
For the last one, okay. The world's oldest fish, Hanako, lived to be 226 years old.
Just gonna say no.
You're gonna say no?
I don't know. We're just gonna go no.
According to Snopes, it is unproven and unknown.
Hey, I'm 3 for 3.
Well, does that count? Really, because they don't know.
So then it's a no.
It said, while Japan claims the fish lived to be 226 years old, there are no historical records proving such.
Yeah, you got to have if you're going to, you got to have the evidence. You got to bring the receipts, man. You can't just be saying the fish is 226 with no proof.
I know there's a turtle that lived to be gotta be close to 200. Can you
Yeah,
imagine
turtles
that?
live for a long time.
Can you imagine? Just we're talking about living to 100. Imagine living to 200.
Gosh, I'd get so much done. But here's my question. Okay, if humans could live to 200, would they still age like, okay, at 100 you're like really old, or would like 100 be like the new
Like 30?
60? No, like 50 or 60. Like I don't know.
Would you age slower? You were
Yeah,
saying?
like okay, if we were able to age slower and live to be 200, would we still be like ancient and old and like
I see what
when
you're
we're
saying. Or would it like level out? Like all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
would it,
when you're
like, kinda level
101, you
out?
look like you're 55.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Right?
I mean,
Isn't
I
that
guess you
interesting to
would.
think
I guess
about?
you'd have to.
I mean, but then again, like
Have you ever looked at a chart of the average lifespan of humans?
isn't it down? Isn't it, at
Well,
least in America, isn't it down?
I'm talking. Well, yes, but I'm talking about how in like the 1800s it was like 32. Like
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
I
Like,
mean,
we'd
that's
be-
why like
we'd
back
be
then they
old
would get
dudes at
you'd
this
get
point.
married so young, and then you'd like have like 15 kids, because of your 15 kids, like 5 would die early, 5 would die middle aged, and then like 3 or 4 of those kids would actually go on to have kids of themselves. It was like, you know, like how sea turtles lay all those eggs, and they're like 4 out of 100 sea turtle eggs become like adult sea turtles. That was like what they were doing back then. They had so
Oh, I
many kids
know.
because kids were dying left and
Well,
right. It's insane.
It was also so weird because you say you had like 5 kids, and like it would be like 4 of them lived till they were like 32 or something, and then one would be like 87. Like it always was like that. One would always be super super old.
I feel like it's like the Oregon Trail, you know, back then. It was like, are you just lucky, or did you get a bad roll? Because it's like, you know, you get dysentery and you die at 30, or like you just were fine your whole life and you're 80 and then you die.
I missed that game.
It got remastered, and I gotta tell you, the remastered version, not fun. It's very
Wait,
sad.
when did it get remastered?
It just got remastered and put on Apple Arcade, and I played it, and it was like,
Wait, the original Oregon Trail, or the Oregon Trail 2?
it's Oregon Trail remaster. It's like a new version, so it's like the same game but like a newer, and it's too complicated. You know how like in the
It was
old Oregon
already a
Trail,
pretty complicated game.
yeah. Well, like you know how the old one would be like, are you gonna go
Are we
this
talking
way
about
or this way?
Are we talking about the OG one, like the original one, where like it
Home
was
Slice? I'm telling you, Oregon Trail got remade, new Oregon Trail, and it's just too complicated. It's not. It's too much.
What are the graphics like? Is it the original graphics, or is it?
It pays homage to 8-bit style. So it kind of pays homage to the original concept and the original art, but
Look,
it's
I'm
too
gonna be
convoluted.
honest with you. The second one kind of scared me. It was kind of a scary game at times.
Really? Why was the second one scary?
The music was real. It was the music. It was 100% the music. Just listen to the soundtrack of it, and
Okay.
and I remember the scariest song of the game, and I guarantee people agree with me, but the scariest song of the game is when you would run into strangers, unknown strangers, and it would pop up on your screen, and it scared the living shit out of me every single time. But it would just be the mountains, and you would see 3 black silhouettes of people, and it said strangers approaching, and it would be like the
Ooh.
scariest music in the world. I don't know what it was. Or if your morale dipped below a certain point, like the music would get a lot like. That game is underrated musically. Seriously. That was
Yeah.
some good video game music.
Yeah.
That game was hard as hell, though.
Yeah, I'm definitely don't do the remastered, but
Well, now I got
anyway, I got a real quick advice for you. That advice with me. Question. So we have a fragrance question. So this lady, she's allergic to Lysol and harsh chemical smells and perfumes. She gets through it pretty well but she has a new neighbor in the office, and she sprayed down her entire office with Lysol, and it was really bad, and she's like allergic to it. She said, so the neighbor said, I'm sorry for triggering your allergies, but I had to keep myself safe from COVID. And it's like, well, I'm not sure how to handle this because we share an office building but do not work for the same company. So
What?
the tip here, yeah, so they work for different companies, but they're like next
But
door
they're
to each
sitting
other.
next to each other?
I guess they're pretty, yeah, it looks like they're within the same open air if she's able to get that Lysol smell. So I guess my question for you is like, okay, so like, if you were using like Lysol or something to spray down your surfaces, and someone had a problem with it, like what would you do?
Oh, God, see, COVID throws it for a loop. It really does.
I know.
You might just
Like,
have to deal with it, honestly.
I don't
know.
For me, it's like, are there Lysol-esque... Like, I would just ask, okay, so Lysol's a no, but what other... Like, I need a cleaning product, right? What can I use that won't trigger your scents?
Maybe
and if she says
like
none of them... Yeah, but if she says, like, none of them, like, I don't know. I mean, it's COVID. Like, you want clean surfaces? Like, I don't know what to... It's tough. That's a tough one.
The only thing I could think to do is have her clean it when she wasn't around. Mm-hmm. Like, either before or after work. Mm-hmm. And maybe that would be... Like, you agree to a time, it's like, I'm going to clean my stuff now, so go away for 5 minutes. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought that was really interesting.
People can be allergic to that stuff? The smell?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people can be allergic to, like, almost anything.
Do you have any allergies like that?
No, I think once in a while I will get, like, the spring, like, kind of allergy little thing for a week here or there, but, no, for the most part, we're all good.
That's the one thing. I have, like... terrible knees. I got terrible eyes. You know, I got this gut and everything. But the one thing I have going for me, I have no allergies to anything. Literally nothing.
Let's see. I have no allergies. I've never been stung by a bee. I've never broken a bone.
You've never been stung by a bee?
No.
You're
I'm
missing
so
out,
scared
man.
because what if I'm allergic? That's the real question. Is like, what if I'm allergic?
I guess you'll never
now?
know. You don't know until.
I know. I can't get stung by one. I gotta stay clear. So. Hey, well, it's been great catching up with you.
Yeah, it's a short one this week.
I had a really good time doing Snopes or Nopes.
I got another thing for you next week, so stand by.
Oh, teasing. I like it. All right, until next time, peace out.
Later.